good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It could be dawn, it could be in the middle of your night right now, but you're here. Welcome. And behind here we have physical therapy. So we're gonna get down and dirty, and we're going to be working today on core. I'm gonna be teaching you about your transverse abdominals, our lower back, our butt, our hips, and how important it is that we utilize this area every single day when we lift things, when we bend down. Thank you so much. And you guys, this red actually is a really cool red. It's from a store in Malibu. I can't remember the name of it, but I wish I can find these here. You know, I'm gonna look for these sweatpants. I've had these sweatpants for years, even though there's holes in the bottom. They're so comfortable. So I'm gonna look for this material because we're creating our merch. So I might look for these. All right, my loves, I would like everyone to please grab a mat. And Ulf, you can come back if you behave yourself. Because I think what I'm gonna do, Ulf, you would love it. So let's have Ulf come back. We'll put him here. Shut the door so the dogs can't get in there, Ulf. And I want everyone to please grab a mat. And if you have a set of weights, if you don't have weights, it's okay. Maybe 2 water bottles, a can. The only reason I say that is because sometimes when we hold a weight in our hands, it affects the lower back. So I want to teach that to you too. I'm going to use a lightweight today. I'm only going to use like a 6 pound in each hand. For me, that's light. I usually do much heavier. And I'm just going to, oh look, it's red. It matches me, guys. Mama matches. Okay, and here we go. And you know that whenever we start, we always like to start with sitting. And I know we already did our arms. I have to do them again. We'll do them tomorrow. Okay, so anytime you see me sit down, if I want to sit with my legs crossed, if I want to sit with my legs out, it's so important that your back is not in. Ooh, my quads are talking to me. So I'm gonna sit with my legs crossed. And it's so important that my lower back, so imagine here's our navel to the back, right? Right there is usually the area where people will start to feel their spine lower, and then some people feel it in the middle of their shoulder blades. Some people can feel it going down their hamstrings, to their shins, to their toes. So all of that, those areas are really important. And when you go into an exercise class, they do a lot of crazy moves. And they're fast sometimes. And I know so many people who've hurt themselves. So when I started doing my group exercise classes, I would tell people, listen, you're not allowed to go fast until you learn all the moves. So they would be like intermediate, we'll have beginners, we had some advanced, we had athletes, we had professional dancers, all in one room. It's doable, okay? So right now when we're sitting, how do I go back to lay down? If you feel your spine, in between your spine, there are vertebrae, okay? So you never wanna just go down. You can go to your side and then gently lie back. And what you wanna do is you wanna put your head on something. So it's just a little higher. Now, if you've been doing these with me for a minute, you should be fine with your head all the way down. And what's really important right now, again, and I know I repeat myself, but that's okay, right? You're here to learn. So remember that your stomach, where your navel is really where I want you to focus on for a moment. Leave your rib cage alone. okay? And find your feet for me. Walk it as, look, here's all the way down, right? Boom, boom. And then I just want to feel that my tailbone is on the ground. Right now, I want you to move your head a little gently side to side. Now, what if I wanted to pick up my head? So I want you to remember that where we pee, internalize it, and where your navel is, okay? So I want everyone to take a deep inhale. Hold your breath, and when you're ready to exhale, hold your pee, pull your navel in, and imagine you're trying to pull in. I'm doing it from where I pee to my navel, and my pelvis, somehow, it's like your gift lifts towards you. Now my stomach is all the way down, and my butt is not active, and I'm gonna let it go. Now, that lower part of your back, between the top of your butt cheek to the middle of your back, don't use it. So when you inhale and you're ready to hold your breath, close your pee, hold your pretend tampon, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in until you internalize that string of the belly button, and then take it down into the earth. And then you just gently let it go. Think of an elevator door. How does an elevator door open and close? Not fast, right? And it smushes. So when I inhale, I'm creating space. I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna smush in. When I breathe out, this part of my body goes into the earth. I see the hearts. Let's pick up our head. Let's glue our back. Every inhale, we are going to relax that whole upper body everywhere. Pull in. On your exhale, we're gonna let the stomach pick us up. So it goes from where we pee internally to the belly button, and it's there right now. And when I go back down, I'm going down as if I was folding. So my low back stayed down. Inhale. Exhale. And you notice this exhaling is what lifts us. I can't wait to meet Vivi's baby. Keep going. Yeah, I'll send Kim a message for some. I'll probably be able to help Kim way more afterwards. Really, before, you don't really have to worry about, I would walk. I would do things like that. Hip replacement is so easy these days, you guys. I started training all my clients 2 weeks after their hip replacement. It's like nothing these days. She's gonna have a great hip. It's gonna be fantastic. But afterwards, you would definitely wanna do physical therapy with me, Kim, because you're not gonna like what they teach you. Now, when I get to the very top, my stomach is in. And that's what takes me back down. We're gonna all do a little something now. Remember, our feet. I'm dragging my feet towards me. So when I inhale, and I'm ready to exhale, I'm gonna push my heels into the earth, push my stomach, and that helps me lift. Now go down for one moment and do me a favor. Take up your left leg across. Let the knee open through the inner thigh. And that right leg is going to give a little ride to your left leg. But do you notice how low it is? I didn't bring it up. I'm pushing the knee away from me. I'm trying to go slow. I'm going through my waist. And this leg can cross as long as it feels all right. And then my stomach, you know that feeling of pulling in right there? We're gonna practice that. So inhale, exhale, push your stomach into the ground, come up, and this is a little harder. You gotta keep the two bones of your back down. Now, I want you to bring this leg in only if you've been doing workouts with me, because then you know that this is an exhale, this is my inhale, bringing this in, and going down is my exhale. So me going down, I'm gonna keep my stomach on the ground. Inhale, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale. Practice the breathing. Inhale. Put it down. Switch sides. Take this leg, extend it across, pull it away. Give it a little tiny little movement, push it down. Notice that I'm letting my waist, and that's it. When I want to come back, I always use my stomach. You can always use the bottom leg. Tighten your butt. We never let things go. We control them by pushing down, squishing. The bottom leg is tight. Shoulders stay down. I bring it back always through my core. Let it breath. Remember, your exhale is when you exert. My exhale is me blowing the air out, sucking it in. And inhale, bringing this leg in, right? When I go down to touch the ground, I'm pushing my stomach down. So you gotta keep everything tailbone down and you gotta slow it down. Inhale, exhale. I promise you that the breathing that we're doing a little exaggerated. You won't have to do these all the time. But during physical therapy, during meditations, breathing it's like taking a shower, right? The breath is water throughout your whole body. You know how you get the suds off your body with water? You get all the suds out with your breath. And I'm doing it together too. You can do it together too. But I wouldn't want you to do that yet. Let's do a few more. I love you guys so much. I had so much fun with you yesterday. It was so much fun. Beautiful work, everyone. Put your legs down. Okay, listen up, babies. I want you to bring your feet enough that you can feel all four corners of your feet. We are going to take the core and pull it towards us. How do we do that? Let it go. I'm gonna inhale. I'm gonna put it to the core where we put in, you know what? We pull it in, we give it to the navel, and at the very last move, I'm gonna squish my butt, and I'm gonna peel my butt off the ground. Now, once I peel my butt off the ground, I wanna feel all four corners of my feet. I wanna feel my shoulder blades touching the ground. I wanna feel all four corners of my feet. Don't go too high up. Just enough that you can feel where you're at. You can feel the butt, feel the heels connected to the butt. And when you're ready, just drop the navel and then let the tailbone and then the rest settle. And then stop right there. Take a nice inhale. And when you're ready to exhale, pull in the core. Remember where we peak to the belly. Squish the butt and we lift. When I get up here, find all four corners of your feet. Stomach. Now, how do I bring my stomach down? I squish my butt and I come down slow. Okay? Now, remember how I asked you guys to bring the weights? I'm gonna have you hold either cans, water bottles. They can weigh a pound. You don't even need anything. These are my arms. I can see the ceiling, my eyes. I'm gonna turn them. When I take my arm over my head, my elbows stay in. I'm gonna slow it down and I'm gonna suck where we pee and the navel into the ground because it's gonna wanna lift. And come back. So you inhale, going back. Hold that core, hold that pee-pee area, hold that where the belly button is, and suck it in and bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. I want everyone to empty the arms in the neck, no neck. Pull that core in, tighten your butt, and I want to see you pull those arms back as if you were going to lift something heavy from the ground. Suck it in. Come on, tighten the butt. Where's my elbows at, guys? They point up, up. Where's the back of my head? On the ground or on a pillow, not the crown. Where's our navel? Where's our core? Where's our vaginas? Sorry, guys. I know there's some men in here too, but you know what I mean. Where we pee from. Hey, look, everything is about man, right? So here you go. In my room, it's all about women. Sorry. Bring it down. I'm gonna put mine on my lap. I'm gonna take a nice inhale. On my exhale, I'm gonna suck the stomach, pull in, lift my butt. At the very top of the move, I'm just gonna hold right here. I'm gonna take these weights. I'm gonna keep my butt down. I can feel all four corners of my feet. I can see the ceiling. When I drop the butt, I'm just gonna drop, lift. Just drop, lift. Drop, lift. What am I doing here? This is just squishing the butt, but how do I do it? I let go from the stomach, squish the butt. Okay? Now, one arm at a time or two, my elbows stay in. Actually, let's do one at a time, okay? One, down. Keep that butt tight. 30 seconds. Put the weights here if you want to. Add a little weight. Makes it harder to lift. Okay, bring it down. Take the weights off for a second. Exhale. Grab your legs. And I want you to pull yourself up if you can. Don't force anything, okay, my loves? Come on in. That felt good, huh? Now, can you sit on your heels? If you can't, that's okay. Good job. Yeah, hip surgery is these days, hip surgery is kind of an in and out procedure. I have clients getting hip surgeries all the time, especially dancers. They get them, you know, they go in, get one done, come out. 2 weeks later, they're on stage dancing. It's pretty crazy, amazing. Just gonna have a great surgery. And I like to think very positive all the time. If you start thinking scared and nervous, it's never good. So we sit here on our heels. I was able to sit up. I wasn't able to before. It makes me so happy. Good. I want to show you guys something. See that coming up like that? Is that how you guys get up? It's the worst thing to do. I do it behind your back all the time. I do. Usually I don't do it in front of people, but I'm like, shit, they saw me do it. That's like the worst way to get up. So look, hi Candace Jones. Look, if I hold my foot right here, if you can find a place to hold a chair, a wall, you grab your foot and you bring the heel to butt. This is a quad stretch. Anybody that stands all day like Candace, this is such a great stretch for you, Candace. So you pull it in, and if I'm doing my right side and I squeeze my right butt, I feel it even more. So some of you are not gonna get the leg all the way up, and that's okay. It might go here. Slow it down. I'm gonna squish my butt. I've been doing this stretch every night now in bed, and it feels so good in your quads. Okay, I just wanted to show you that stretch, okay? Now, let's get back. We're doing core today, so I'm gonna get you on your hands and knees. Hands and knees. Look, I wish I had a book. Oh, I wonder if my back will allow this, but oh, maybe this. Oh shit, I can't touch it. Olaf's gonna get mad. Maybe I can use this. Yeah, I'll use this. Okay, so when you're in this position here, it's really important that your back isn't arched. So there's what we call a, just kind of a neutral spine. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Neutral spine. So this is me arching, right? But notice where I put this block. I put it where you shouldn't arch. You arch, butt. So that means my butt is being lifted up to the sky. My shins are pushed down. I don't use my lower back to lift my butt. I use my butt under my butt. My shoulder blades go back. So it feels like my navel is going forward and I'm looking up, but I'm not looking up through my neck. I'm sliding my shoulders down my back. I'm not even using my back where the block is. Now, when I want to suck in, I'm going to move the block for a second because now I'm pushing the ground away from me, and you're going to see that area, right here. It's going to puff up. That's called the C curve. And when I go back, I exaggerate my butt. So when I look up, man, I really need a tan. I thought Ulf was gonna make me look really good in here. I look better outside and tuck it in. I'm not this white, guys. I really am not. And rounded. I just saw myself and I look like a potato. It's very bad for my self-esteem. I wish Ulf knew that. Pull the shoulders back, lift up. Sorry. I am a human. Keep going, guys. So whenever you lift, hi, Marisol. I love you. No, it might be the screen, dude. I look like a potato. It's very bad for my self-esteem. It's Mother's Day weekend, dude. Should want me to look good and feel good. Ha! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Peloton had to recall 2 million bike safety, had to pay $19 million fine for not acting fast enough. And you know what? Their treadmill killed a 6-month-old baby. And you know what? I warned people when my girlfriends kept buying them. I kept telling them, don't buy these. They're pieces of shit. They're going to destroy your body. They're terrible. The Pelotons were terrible. Terrible. Oh, I love you. Thank you. I'm not making fun of white people. That sounds bad. It's not the color white I'm making fun of. My screen makes me look like a potato. I can't even see my muscles or anything. So it's okay. I'm insecure, that's all. It's called insecurity. And my husband's like, don't worry, I'm gonna make you look like a model. It's never happened, ever. That's why I have to work on my self-esteem, to like myself no matter what. And it's so hard, girls. It just is. You know, you get older and you remember who you were, but you know what? It's okay. That's why I'm gonna close my eyes. Because when you actually don't use the eyes of our brain, it's different. You can go internalize here. And when I'm exhaling and I'm rounding my back and I'm sucking my navel, you see this right here? That's the same thing you shift into the earth when you're on your back. And when I'm going down, I don't use my back, I'm using my navel, my butt cheeks, and my shoulder blades. And then we pull in. Yeah, it's so hard. But you know what? And I want to be so raw and real with you guys, because you have to know that most exercise girls, they do makeup, they have, you know, these people that are working on fitness, so they know the positions and the lightings and the, you know, they spend time editing, and we're just here. You know, my husband uses this for other things, and so I'm just here trying our best to utilize this little space. But I want to go outside with you guys too. Doesn't this feel good? And you kind of, when you do a few of these, eventually your arch will get bigger. Everything just changes. Bring your knees in, and I want everybody to just sit it back. Melt. And just surrender. And while you're here, if you're having a tough day with yourself, all you have to remind yourself that you're healthy, you're lucky to be here. And you know, there's days we feel good and there's days we don't. I feel really good today, to be honest with you. I just had a rough morning, waking up and having to do all this. But you know what? You get past it and you're like, shit, I did it. Okay, let's go back here one more time. Now listen, remember when we were back in this neutral spine, I want to work on the arms with you for a second. Where are my elbows? In, right? So where is my belly button right now? It's on a string. My butt's not up and it's not down. It's kind of like puffed up. It's in a little bit, tight. I'm gonna push on my shin. I'm gonna lengthen my arm, but how am I gonna do that? By pushing down on the opposite. And I want you to use your navel here. Thanks, Terry. When you get to know me, Terry, you'll know I whine and complain so that Ulf can change things. Sorry to use you guys for that. I'm doing subliminal whining. When I whine, he fixes it. Lengthen. It's my way of getting my husband to do things for me. He's like, shit, she's gonna feel insecure. I'll have to fix it. Because otherwise he gets too comfortable. 30 more seconds. So I want you to try something. If I were to take my legs out, right? Look, if I have that block there, right? I don't want to use my back. See how hard that is? Look. See how I'm going from under? Because if I didn't have that block, we would be sideways. So I want you to try that. See how I take the leg out? Let's do that for 8 times on the same side. Knee that's on the ground all the way to the tip of the toe. The left arm is lengthening through the armpit and fingers. Not a big move. And I want you to row it in for 8. 7. What's the breath, guys? Exhale in. Switching sides. See? I was tipping. You can put a magazine, a book. I want you to use the bottom leg. Push. Slow. Hold it out. Now just the legs. I did opposite. Push down. Keep going. Bye, honey. Bye, Lizzie, baby. Lizzie, baby. Okay, and when you're done, go ahead. Take everything down. Now, if you feel full in your back, that's normal sometimes because you did exercises and they tighten you. So we're gonna go right here. You guys, everyone should get a block. If you don't have a block, you can figure out a block at home. There's always something at home you can use. I like this block, especially to sit on it. I have this thing, oh, I don't have it here. I have it in my room. So I'm sitting on the block to get a little extra stretch.
Y llegó mi primavera, se encendió mi corazón.